Oh, hello. Hello, everyone. Well, I'm Dumb Joy, better formerly known as Dumb Jew. But everyone, please, a hashtag RipDumbJew2015 for me, please. Maybe a Bible Thumb 7 as well. I'd really appreciate it. Make the run. It actually is RNG manipulation. It's actually a proven fact. So I'm doing Warframe, all bosses. And when I say all bosses, it's all bosses minus some RNG bosses, which have something like a 1.5% chance of spawning, so no. And keyless bosses, or keyed bosses that have consumable keys. And mostly because we don't want to farm for hours on end just to fight them one time. So, I guess, let's go, yes. So, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so this run is all about killing bosses really fast. So if you get motion sickness, I'm loving you right now because this is going to be your cup of tea. So, that was a great start. So the point of this run is, well, this boss in particular is, well, we want to shoot him in the back, he'll freeze himself, and we'll be good. The thing that makes Warframe hard to run is it's procedurally generated. So you will never have the same run twice. Oop. There we go. Coming up to a great start already. Now the bosses, they will always be in similar tiles. But for everything else, you have to learn to navigate. I missed this. So I have to shoot him in his back, which has a very small hitbox. Now thankfully I have something called punch through, which allows me to shoot him through the front and hit his backpack in the back. Now there's a trick that was discovered by Trusty, where whenever you hit his back, you move away, move back here, and it will manipulate his AI to... Of course you die sometimes, because the hard part about this boss isn't the boss himself, but all the thousands of mobs that spawn. And they do a lot of damage. So, controller please. Okay, rip that controller. That controller's gone. Okay, now that the boss is dead, after I froze him 4 times, well, he froze himself, I just helped him out. I can take him out, I can do damage, kill him, and leave.
We've got $7.31. Says, good luck, Dumb. Remember that R1 spam at 45 degrees clockwise.
Oh, I'm guessing Abyss? Sounds like Abyss. Alright, and that's that boss. Now, let's see. There's a skip we can do at the end of missions, which I couldn't do for a while, which was awful, where if you spam spacebar, or the jump button, that's not the right mission. If you spam spacebar, you can skip the end stats screen, which saves about 3 minutes or so at the end of the run. Yeah. And unfortunately, this run is not in-game time-based, but RTA. So saving all that time is really helpful. Alright, this boss is like the trademark boss of the game. He's the first enemy you see when you start the game. He kind of awakens you. And he is a 3-stage fight. We do damage to him, he'll go invincible, summon mobs, kill the mobs, rinse and repeat, and he's dead. Nothing too special about him. Now one of the things, that right there was I call a friendship door. Thank you, Baus. Oh, so originally this was actually going to be a race versus Baus Phoenix, but he couldn't make it. This is for you, Baus. Alright, so, see? I did a bunch of... why does that happen? Random stat... weird. Oh! Cool. I think... So, right there, I unintentionally got a little skip, which I didn't... I thought it was... So, he teleports. And there's like a frame-perfect trick where you can shoot him before he teleports, doing damage to him. I think I just did that unintentionally. Yeah. I've never done that unintentionally before. Hey, first time I did this. Never happened before. Oh, that was the boss. A lot of the bosses will die really quickly. this next boss, this is the first Corpus tile set we're going to be in. So there's several factions in this game. Grenier, Corpus, there's, let's see, what else? Corrupted, which we're not going to see, or Orokin. Infested, which we'll see once. And so the Orokin are, of course, so this is a fire. Orokin are basically the Protoss. Alright, so you see this fire on the ground. That's really bad. That means I'm in the fire tile set. There are random debuffs that can happen when you start a mission, such as ice and fire. Ice reduces your shields by half. That's not that big of a deal with this run. Now, fire is awful. The reason being is that they are alerted from the moment that you spawn in. And what that means is that as soon as they see you, they'll lock the doors down. And, no, that's slow. And we want to go fast. Alright, here's the boss. I need to shoot him in the leg, and the torso, and he's dead.
We got $3 from Emerald Alley. Long live Dumb Jew, Mr. Destructoid.
Alright, so this next boss is the most annoying boss in the game, because he is like a crackhead with a small hitbox and drains your energy, and everything about him is awful. He's just annoying. You'll see why. Now, normally for this boss, you can encounter him 3 times before the actual boss arena. You're supposed to sit there, do damage to him. Also, why was there a grate on the ground? There's no grates in this mission. It's a funny thing in this game. You're supposed to encounter him 3 different times during the run. And do damage to him, and then he'll fly off, and you go to the next area. We are not going to do that. So it doesn't tell you how to do this. It doesn't tell you how to do this. You have to guess where to go next. A lot of the time during this run, I am looking in the corner for the maps. That's basically telling me where to go. Oh, I'm guessing right today. That's great. Sometimes when you're doing this part, you will not know where you're going and guess completely wrong and get lost. But good, 3 for 3. That's great. Alright, now let's see. This way. Alright, now that I'm at the boss arena, I'm going to sit here and shoot him. And as long as I don't fall off. Good, I didn't. Alright, so he drains your energy, like that. Oh, by the way, so I can't shoot him right now. I have to wait for him to open his head, which their siren's going to be playing. He makes it blatantly obvious. But then you can only shoot him once before it disappears, and you have to wait again. And look, he has a very small hitbox, and he likes to fly around, do flips. Which is why this boss is... Oh, also, that guy is awful. That's a Helion. They fly, and they shoot homing missiles, regardless of what their distance is to you. And so suddenly you could just get knocked down. It's like, oh, hi. I didn't see you on the other side of the map.
$50 from Gents217. Oh. Keep up the good work, guys. Hashtag RipDumbJew2015 Bible Thump Salute.
Aw, Gents, thank you. Thank you for the emotional support. Alright, so let's see, where was I at? Oh, yeah, so I have to now shoot him a bunch, and then we'll get into his final form. This isn't even his final form, by the way. His final form is very impressive. You'll see. Look, it's something special. Okay, I think I shot him in the face. Okay, there he goes. I think he has about 1 more hit left before his phase 2. There. That was relatively painless. Alright. Now I need to get some energy back, so I dropped an energy pad, which restores 100 energy per second. Here, final form.
$5. There. Dumb J is super sexy. Go Dumb J.
Oh, thank you, babes. Come on, just save it. Not saving it. Okay, let me just fall down again. That's not no, that's RNG manipulation. Every time, okay, for this run, anytime something bad happens, RNG manipulation. I'm doing a special trick. I'm totally not just messing up my run at all. So weird. Every time I finish something, I go to hit my splits. They don't exist right now. Alright, if there's any donations right now, feel free to say it. This next boss is a regular mob that's just been buffed a little. It's not a big buff, as you'll hopefully see. I don't normally mess up this boss.
Here's $10. Dumbjoy confirmed synth. Someone called the Brotherhood of Steel.
Another settlement needs your help. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh, did I completely mess this up? I'm trying a little skip, which I totally messed it up. It's gonna cost me some time, but it was worth the attempt. Actually, no, I didn't mess. Did I not mess it up? I did the skip right. So there is I guess a exploit you can do where if you melee jump through an upward moving elevator, you can get out of the tiles and get on top instead. And most of the time I don't do it on my runs because if you mess up, you'll lose like 30 seconds because you'll be at the bottom of the... nope. Good. I almost messed that up. If I didn't kill him fast enough, he would have gone invisible and disappeared. So, that works. But yeah, so normally I don't do that because the skip tends to not save much time, but it's high risk, little reward. But marathons, I had to do it for the swag. And that's the first time I've successfully done it in the past several months. Marathon luck. This next boss, if ACOG Muffin's here, this is his favorite boss. He loves this boss. He dreams about this boss. He hates this boss. He terribly hates this boss. Now, this boss is Alavi, and he has a sexy voice. And the way this boss works is he has a robot friend. You have to hurt him a lot so he's in a down position before you can hurt his robot buddy. Now, if you don't kill its name is Zanuka, if you don't kill Zanuka fast enough, then this is good RNG. If you don't kill Zanuka fast enough, Zanuka will revive. Now, there's this little exploit you can do in this game. A lot of bosses don't spawn until you... Oh, wow. Okay, so that was not optimal. There we go. Didn't lose a lot of time. And normally you're supposed to kill him before he tries reviving, but it happens. Got knocked down, of course. So.
Mindbuster donates $10 and says, "Good luck with your run, Dumb. Hopefully no mission marker bug for you today."
Yeah, I had a mission marker bug during my practice. That was fun.
He also says, "Show us your robot skills, Mr. Destructoid."
Beep, beep, boop. Beep, boop. I'm a robot. Alright, so if you guys are Metal Gear Solid fans out there, I know I am. In my opinion, in my splits, I named this guy in large capital letters, The Fury. He spews fire out and he yells a lot. And you will see. Now, for the first time in my run, I'm going to be using my secondary. And the reason for that is, this boss, you have to shoot him in his glowy bits when they open.
In his what bits?
His glowy bits. Yeah, I know. You'll see. He has a glowy bit on his arm, his chest, and his back. It's glorious. And when you use a projectile weapon like my primary, he tends to, well, close them faster. With beam weapons like this, they stay open longer. Now I need to, oh my god, volleyball hell. So with this boss, I need him to shoot his fiery goodness at me. And I just need to take it, and eventually he'll open up his little glowy bit.
We've got some new emotes going up. Good work, everybody.
Alright, there. Alright, so I shot 2 of his bits. Now I have to... Oh, wait. I thought I did. I guess I didn't. I love when that happens. He has like a pixel of health left on his... Now I have to wait for his back to open up, and... GG. There, he's dead. So, as you can see, he's the Fury. He really is. Alright, and that's the run. Now, this next boss, this is a reworked boss. He's about a year old. Well, he used to be he looked different. The fight was completely different. He was incredibly he was a derpy guy with a little sword. Now he's a warping derpy guy with a sword. And the fight is pretty cool. This is a amphibious tile set. You might hear me saying tiles and tile sets. So this game, by the way, no map glitch. I'm happy. There's a chance in this mission for the map marker to spawn in a much later tile along the way, making it a complete guess where I have to go to fight the boss. Now, I'm saying tiles and tile sets. I've interrupted myself. And what I mean is, so the tiles set is the general look of the map. So this is Uranus tile set. The deep, dark, wet depths of Uranus. Look, there's water everywhere. There's water everywhere. All right, so yeah, so that's the tile set. Tiles are the individual tiles. When you run through a door, you generally are going to be going through a different tile. Okay. All right, so this fight, that was the first phase. I know, hard fight, right? Now I have to kill these teleporting mobs, and they have some terrible RNG sometimes, and they will fall underneath, which will cost you time. Oh, no. But that was good. I killed them pretty quickly.
You have $25 from 6 degrees. I couldn't touch your butt before you left.
Oh, I'll present. Speaking of butts. Oh, nope. Oh my god. No, I missed. So he has a very well-defined butt. Like, it's amazingly well-defined. And I want to showcase it, but unfortunately I got stuck on a random pipe. Uranus is tight. Alright, now I need to kill this next guy who spawns, because he can and will... Oh, nope. I normally use sound cues for this, so not having directional sound is a odd thing. And hence I died. But he died too. So everything's good. Alright, now I killed those mobs. He spawns again and he'll get killed really quickly. It's a trend. There. It really, for the most part, most bosses, their phases die in a single hit, which is optimal. Alright. Now, this next boss is interesting because it's the only boss in the run where getting an alarm, if the alarms get set, changes how the fight works. If the alarms don't get set, I can walk up to the bosses and just shoot them in the face, because they won't be alerted. If the alarms get set off, that's a different story. Of course, it's a fire tile. Thank you, game. Thank you, RNGesus. So they're alerted. I'm going to get locked out again. And the bosses, yeah. So it's no quick kill. Alright, and he's...
Another $25. Hey, Dumbot. Lunar here. Keep up the good work. We await your butt touches, you fabulous love bot. You.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Lunar. Yeah, like I said, I have to hack consoles. And oh, look, here's the boss. If only the alarms didn't get set off. There we go. That's the boss. It would have been faster, too, if the alarms didn't get set off. I could just line them up and shot through both of them. But gotta live with the RNG you get. And this run is an obscene amount of RNG. And really not even the bosses themselves. It's being able to parkour correctly through this everything. Alright, these next two missions, they're kind of boring. They're two different reskin mobs. The first one is a reskin, what's called a... What are they called? Moa. A reskin Moa called Ambulus. A little stronger, but he'll still die really quickly. The next one, she's the next one slated to get a rework. Okay, thank you, Tiles. Thank you, Map Marker, for pointing me in a random direction. That's something that makes this run a little difficult. This mission, you tend to have a lot of... You have to run a far distance most of the time for this run. And there's some times where it's like, when will I find the boss? Other times, I know they're right there. Hopefully this is one of the latter. It is! Good! So I'm manipulating the spawn by looking down, once again. Hey there! See? Reskin mob, it's a joke. And you get a really... So, the bosses in this game, they're the way you get normal frames. Each boss drops parts, blueprints, for different frames. This boss drops Excalibur, which can be one that your first frame you get, but if you're not, you can still get it. Now, when you're doing this, you might see me doing that, which I've messed up. It's called air gliding, and it preserves your momentum. Now, you can't do it infinitely, but by manipulating, looking in, and melee gliding, you can preserve that momentum and keep moving forward. Alright, this next boss is a reskin of what's called a heavy gunner. She, I think probably in update 19, I'm guessing maybe later, she's going to have a rework. She's going to not be a joke boss. But right now, she's a joke. And thankfully, for the marathon, if I was dreading before this that they were going to do a update or something this week, which maybe could have messed up the run. Also, with updates come bugs. And I've had runs die because I couldn't actually play the game. I have to be online for this game. Alright. See? Joke boss. Actually, that was one of the best I've done against that boss recently. So, works.
Are there any bosses that you don't just run up in one shot? Besides that other guy that kind of flew around for a while.
I mean, let's see. I'm trying to think. What boss? I mean, Let Krill, it takes like 3 shots.
Okay.
Well, except later, I fight him again. And that'll take like 1 shot. Once he's vulnerable to damage, of course. Okay, no, this next boss. The last boss, you'll see, the last boss takes a few hits. He has a lot of health. Alright, now this is a flying dude. Click the map. Thank you. This next boss, if I do this right, he'll die really quickly. If I don't, I might die and might lose 10 to 15 seconds. No, I will lose 10 to 15 seconds. So wish me luck. Okay, so this is Europa, and a funny thing about this tile, or this... You remember I was talking about different debuffs that you can get, right? So this is an ice tile right here. Or this is an ice tile set, but it's not an ice debuff. You can get an ice debuff on this mission, on this map. Which is like, oh, it's frozen. It's already frozen. It's even more frozen now. Okay. I think I'm close to... Yep, here's the boss. Wish me luck. Thank you. There, that's the boss. I did right. Yes, I did. It takes a careful positioning on that boss, otherwise you will... God, please, I hope this isn't a tile. I think it is. Oh. Where am I? Oh, God, it's a tile. So there's some tiles that you... Oh, wait, no, it's this one. Never mind. I'm not used to coming from that position. Also, my FOV is awful right now. There. Really, please. I mean, sometimes there's special things that happen. Speaking of special things, this next boss is a gangbang. Wish me luck. I'm going to be gangbanged by 2 dudes.
For the kids.
Yes, for the kids. Alright, so this is another 2-person, 2v1 fight. These are the first 2 bosses we saw in the marathon. Let Krill and Captain Vor. Except this time they're fighting together. And the thing is, they're not the worst part of the run. The worst part of the run is actually the mobs. A common concept in this game. The hardest thing isn't the bosses, but the mobs. And there are a lot of mobs in this fight. Alright. Alright.
Ready for a donation?
Yes, you can read donations while I'm running.
Here's $5. Inside Dumb's eyes are tiny, very fast processing computers that analyze everything and send electroshocks into his fingers to do precise timed actions. Too bad they turn off when he has to fight the orphan of Oz or play FTL.
Way to rub it in, guys. Way to rub it in.
You got $10 that says go for it. World record Dumbjoy Lobos Love from Wooly.
Oh, Wooly. Alright, so once again, the hardest part of this fight is the mobs, and there are a lot of them. Although, Let Krill definitely doesn't help. And nor does this is what I was talking about, Hellions. Wherever they are, they shoot homing missiles, and they will find you. Alright, now I think I've done I think this is the 3rd pipe, so I have 1 more left. If like random mobs don't kill me. Nope. Speaking of random mobs killing me. Okay. Oh. Oh yeah. Spoiler. Also, for some reason, the random enemies tend to the random enemies tend to... Wait, I thought I shot his back. Thank you.
The dead refers
The random
to
enemies
sick bird.
tend to attack the boss instead of me. Any day now. Okay, good. Oh, of course. I hate this. There's a glitch in this game right now where, so you see me putting down these shields, right? Well, if I put down a shield and then die and respawn, I can't shoot through my shield. For some reason, it can't happen. And it costs you so much time because it just, why? Why is that even a thing? And they haven't fixed it in who knows how long. Alright, so this is the last boss of the run. And this is infested tile set. The infested are basically the flood of this game. They take over other things, the other factions, and mutate them. Also, rip the world record dream. It's already super world record.
The column's starting. It knows you are here. I can
I snuck a peek. Terrible runner. Now these tiles are awful because they are broken, and it can make it really annoying to navigate broken tiles. Hopefully, I don't have many terrible tiles.
$10. Dumb Joy. Do a solo speedrun of the trial bosses too. Kappa 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 love.
Oh yeah, like that's even possible. So there are trials or raids in this game, and you can't start them without at least 4 people. As Kay can confirm, there's actually speedruns of the raids, and there was a marathon of around Christmas time. That's a rare drop. Around December, early December, they got world record on the raid during the marathon. It was great. All right, so that was a little thing beforehand. There's a Juggernaut Behemoth, and now I'm sitting here waiting because I can't do anything right now. By the way, something I learned the hard way: do not do gestures before you're going to the cutscene, because you will continue doing the gesture after the cutscene. And right now, this is an unskippable cutscene, and you know, unskippable cutscenes are great because they're fast, right? All right.
$50. Dumb G's getting banged for the kids. Hashtag Kappa.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's make that thing. Hashtag getting banged for the kids. No, do not make that thing. Oh god. Okay, so this boss, I have to shoot him in his butt. By the way, space. I'm in space, guys. The primary way I get damage with this is crit hits. And you can tell the crits when they're yellow. They do like 5 times more damage. And I need A now. Like I said, hey, this boss doesn't die in a single hit. Although, when you first fight this boss, he is not easy. Alright, so that's the boss, and get to your objective, waiting for other players waiting for you. 0. This is a glitch that happened within the last few weeks. And it's saying, oh, you need to get to your objective, even though... So right now, by the way, get ready on time. Right now, there's no objective. I just have to sit here waiting. So I was talking about gestures before. You know, I'm in space, right? Get away. Oh, I don't have the best ones. But look, I'm doing gestures, and I'm clearly standing on something, right?
Magic.
Yes, magic. And time. Oh, that's a PB for me.
Oh, really?
And that's the run! Oh. Thanks. Well, that's Warframe all bosses. 24-14 by Oki Owl.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, I still haven't watched his run, but he must have had, well, he's really fast, but also, he must have had amazing RNG. Like, the kind where, oh, I went 1 tile, there's a boss. 1 tile, the end. And, oh, that's part of this run. You don't know how far you're going to have to get to the boss, or from the boss to the end. And it's really, it's a crap shot.
How much of a PB was that?
My old PB was 27:54, so about 20 seconds.
That's a hefty PB.
Yeah,
All
thanks.
right.
Marathon strats.
Awesome.
Man, they were making it rain on you.
Oh man, make it rain. Bring all the money.
Thank you, Dumb Joy, for running Warframe.
Well, thank you for having me.
Sure. Up next is Legend of Grimrock 2. We're taking a brief intermission, and we'll be back with that. So don't stick around.